Pretty Timmy and T, yeah, we raising the bar. Every sip's an adventure, we shooting for stars. Cut those wheels, take the scene, now we gliding in style. From the vineyards to the lounge, we redefining the mile. 4092 the base, where the legends reside. Mixing vibes, not just drinks, it's the culture we provide. Tuesday libations, Wednesday we scrutinize. Catch the flavor, feel the energy, we on the rise. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real. Yeah. Have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real.
All right, everybody, welcome in to another edition of Veterans Active Duty Bar. I am Master Sergeant Retired Timothy L. Johnson. I did 30 years of faithful service to my country. I am here today with my guy,
Juan G, liquor connoisseur, and I've done maybe 30 years of unfaithful drinking.
All right. So what we're going to do today, we're going to bring you what we normally do. We're going to bring you a great taste of the exchange. We got something special today that I discovered a couple of months back, but it's a go-to. And I guarantee you it's a night. So what we have today, what we got, my guy?
We got the Sheepdog Whiskey Peanut Butter version.
Yes, sir. So we got some great content for you today, but also we got a great taste. Now, I'm going to tell you about this right here. The Sheepdog is not that expensive, but I'm trying to tell you, if you pop the top, you'll be like, oh my God, that peanut butter smell is overtaking, breathtaking. Very good, but very good sipping. Also, the price, you can't beat it. $16.99 at most liquor stores.
And it's like the jack of all trades. You can drink it neat. You can put it in anything you want. If you had peanut butter thoughts, you can probably mix it. Chocolate, put it in your eggnog, yes. Put it in Coke. You could put it in jelly. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yes. So you can add it to a couple of different things. Me and my guy over here, we added something that we're going to put on the Red Cup Special. Basically, we took that peanut butter and added some salty caramel crown to it. Oh, my God. Oh, happy days.
It was legit.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. If that right there don't make you have some good days, make your toes curl. Ugh.
And then go night-night.
But I hope everybody had a good work week. Welcome into your Friday. Happy Friday to you guys. But this is where we are today. The summer is here. We're getting a lot of hot days here in Georgia. A lot of rain. Then the sun come out. Then it rain. Then the sun come out. Then it rain.
And then it rain while the sun is out.
But that being said, if you got something good to sip on, get true story right quick. This weekend, so I was like, Saturday, I'm gonna cut this grass. It was 100 degrees, showing on the thermometer. So I waited, sat back in my chair, thought I was slick. I waited about 6 o'clock, got on the zero turn, got out there in the yard good. All of a sudden, the darkness came out of nowhere. And I said, well, it's just gonna sprinkle a little bit. Went down the yard, about that fourth strip, I was soaking wet. Mad as hell. Then on my way back to the house, from the front of the yard, I look and I see a couple of people peeping out the window. All I saw was teeth. I said, go on back. I don't want to hear it. But the thing about it is, this weather is so unpredictable. It comes out of nowhere and it changes everything. So what do you think, Juan?
You can't predict this weather. A meteorologist tried and they failed too. I don't know how many times they tell me it's going to be pouring, don't go out, and it's sunning and burning, and I could have missed a nice pool day. So you just never know, bro. Don't plan it. Just do it.
So it gets like that at times. So when it happened like that, that's when you want to have something, a taste from the exchange. You can go to, we do it like I said, you can call it PX, BX, CX, whatever you want to call You get it off the military base, you get a good price, tax-free, and you can have something good to sip on. And like I said, what we do on this channel, 2 things. We're going to shout out to the veterans. We're going to make you famous and give you your flowers. That's the biggest thing. We're going to make you famous and give you your flowers because like I tell people, what you see on social media is forever. It don't change. Somebody can always go back and pull it up when you do something you're not supposed to do or when people like to tear you down. That's the only time people dig it up. But we're not here for that. We're here for the veterans, and that's what I want to make this about. I love my veterans. Everybody that served. So I want to challenge all the veterans out there in the chat. Don't be shy. Come out, reach out, say, hey, Mr. Johnson, I want to be on your show. I want to give some flowers. I got a couple of family members that served in the Vietnam, Persian Gulf, whatever, are still serving. I want to give them their flowers because I'm trying to tell you, it's just like saying somebody's name is put them out there in that, like putting their name in the history books. Like I'm saying, like my father and my grandfather and my other great-grandfather. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We're here to give back. We're not to tear down, not to take away. We're not to have no sad story, but we want you to have a good time. But while we're doing that, we're going to pop this bottle right here. What do you think, Juan?
I'm ready. You know, anytime we got this sheepdog, we got to go. Ow!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get
Let's get it. And I'll do our first toast though.
Okay. Okay.
You know, we're gonna toast it out to a private that passed away this week.
Okay. Okay.
Isabella Gonzalez, no relation. But you know, private, 19 years old, lost her life in the line of duty. So I just want to give a shout out to all our veterans, all our recent people in the Army, in the armed forces,
in the Navy.
and the Navy.
People caught up in this little scandal we got going on. Now, I mean, say it in a respectful way, in this skirmish.
Those who are afraid to swim out there.
Yes, yes.
You know, just want to. It's a somber day. You know, to lose anybody, but to lose a 19-year-old. You know, they didn't get a chance to even
live the life,
live that best life. You know?
That's right.
So shout out to her. You know, cheers.
This is for her. Woo, man,
that is some good. I mean, listen, I don't want to call it a whiskey, even though it's a whiskey, but to me, it's like candy.
Yes.
Peanut butter candy.
Tastes like that old Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day now. I was born back in the day.
Like the one you smoked.
We used to have a Mary Jane candy.
Yep.
That caramel Mary Jane candy. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
So some of you people that came in the military when I came in like in 1986, you probably had some of that Mary Jane candy. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it tastes like. Mary Jane candy.
And
So
you know, I'm just happy that we were able to enjoy another great drink that I think you guys need to pick it up.
Yes.
No excuse. $16.99, right? You can't go wrong. Put it in whatever you want. Hey, I think we had one with an espresso.
Yes.
Bro, mind blown. Try mix it in. As a matter of fact, if you guys do get it, put in the comments. What have you tried it with? So we could try something new.
Yes. Now that's what I like. Share some of that stuff that you want us to do. Put it in the comments. I read the comments. I go back. I respond to comments. Me or my guy Juan, we'll respond to comments. Just let us know what you want. We're going to give it to you. And like I'm saying, the main thing is like right now, since the Navy has been taking so much heat, I've been bringing you some Navy. I got some Navy military members coming, giving and sharing some of their visions. Now, what I got for you guys today, I got a great guy, great friend of mine. Met this guy on a cruise. We were living our best life. And instantly, what I tell you about us military brothers, we don't see strangers, brother. We only see brothers. Came right on in. We hang out. Me and his wife, my wife, we good. All of us like family. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to bring to the stage, my guy, Phil Lumpkin, come on in. Navy, come on in, Phil. Get on in here.
Salute.
Get on in there. Get on in there. Get on in there.
All right. I guess I'll take my seat in the middle here.
Yeah, in the middle.
All
All
right.
right. So
Let's give him a sip of this.
So
candy.
we're gonna take this down so y'all can get a look at him. But I'm gonna pour him a little taste right here.
And you can let us know what he thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's everybody?
All right. There you go, sir.
All
There you
right.
go.
Let's try it. Cheers.
Yeah, let's cheers. Let's get another cheers in here, fellas.
Let's
To
go.
all the people out there in the struggle.
That's tasty.
All right. So I guess the first thing I'll do is give my honest opinion. And I'm not a guy that likes sweet drinks or things or flavored drinks, but this is actually pretty good. I was a little afraid of it because peanut butter and alcohol doesn't sound quite right to me, but that's actually good, and I can picture that in some eggnog. It's good. It's good.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, that right there, you put that in anything, I mean, it's gonna be good. I'm trying to tell you, I challenge everybody out here, give it a try. If you're not a whiskey drinker, that right there be your introduction. Nice, smooth, and not that strong. But like I'm saying, it's a little on the sweet side. But trust me, believe me, if you want to add something else to it or whatever to give it a little bit more kick, but I'll just sip it like it is. I'll just maybe add some ice. That's it.
Yeah, I need to. You know, I love it with the eggnog. You make an espresso in the morning, and you need a little oomph right there, little shot. You guys will be good for the day.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Oh, yeah. So that being said, you know, so the first question of the day, Phil, what made you decide to join the Navy? And what year was?
I mean, from all the great forces that are out there, you chose
The
the
Navy.
Navy.
Oh man, your hand is down here.
Listen,
said
I was just basing it off the way people have been ranking it, week over week.
No, look, I'll be honest with you. My very first choice, not to give you any shine here, but my first choice was the Air Force. And the problem was in '89, which is when I went in, the Air Force had a waiting list, and I was in need of getting out of my situation. So my situation, not that I was a super bad guy on the streets or anything, but I wanted more for myself, and I knew if I waited, I probably wouldn't go. So my second choice was the Navy, and it was because I could get to see the world and come back home versus being stationed in one place for 4 years or 3 years, 2 years. I get to see a lot of things and come back home all within one enlistment. That was the major reason why I chose the Navy. But what made me go to the military period was just wanting to get off the streets of DC. I wasn't I wasn't sure of how to do it, and I had a lot of big dreams for myself, and I really weighed that 3 to 4 years of my life serving the country and getting some money to go to college was well worth I guess the return was worth what I was giving up. So that's what made me go.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Right.
That's awesome. And just like I was telling you, and I said the last couple of segments and everything, it is an honor to serve the country, regardless how you feel about who's at the top of the head. But when you take that over, that's who you work for. That's your boss. And the thing about it is, it's always an honor. Notice I use the words honor, to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Now, me, myself, somebody said something to me one time. They said, well, Tim, if you was out and say the president happened to stumble across in front of you and somebody threw a grenade, what would you do? Man, you know what I would do? I'd jump on that grenade. Not because I would think about it, but because it was my duty and would be my honor to protect the commander-in-chief. That's part of it.
Yeah, whomever that may be, right?
Whoever, say that again, my guy. Say that again.
Whomever that may
again.
be.
See, that's what it is. What do you think about that, Fitz?
I'm in agreement. And I've heard you say how it's a brotherhood, and it doesn't matter what branches fight internally, just like brothers do. But when it comes down to it, we're all one. If I could fight with an Army guy or a Marine, but when it comes to them against somebody else, look, we're gonna come together. We're all one.
Exactly, and that's something that I'll take over anything. No disrespect to none of the the fraternities out there or the Masons or anything like that. I had an opportunity to join the Masons, and no disrespect, but like I told him, I said, man, look at here, I'm good. I belong to the biggest brotherhood that expands history. We go way back. The Masons go back like that as well. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to tell you, it's nothing like putting on that brother from the same uniform or a different uniform, but we serve up under the same flag. Up under that, understand that. We serve up under the same flag. No matter what, not matter what branch it is, down from the new Space Force all the way down to the Coast Guard. No disrespect to the Coast Guard, but we all do the same thing. Now, I'm gonna give my special shout out to not to me, but to who I feel definitely need to get their flowers, the Marines and the Army. Mm-hmm. Woo! Special shout out to you guys.
Yeah, no
it
doubt.
takes a special person and a special type person to take on the Army and the Marines. And then I got some friends out there. I need you guys to reach out to me. I watch y'all on Facebook. I'm quite sure y'all done seen me put out the Veterans Active Duty Bar. I want you to come on out, share your story, your journey. I know you got something to say. And I want to hear it. And like I'm saying, what we trying to do, nothing to tear down anybody. No disrespect. We're trying to give out flowers. That's all we're doing. We're giving out flowers, giving out praise for people who serve unfaithfully. Like that young lady that lost her life, she deserves her flowers.
Yes, sir.
She deserves her flowers.
She definitely does.
19 years old, and you took on that oath, and you did your duty diligently. She was a soldier.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's one of those things that, we don't ever think about, right? When we go in, when we just first enlist, and you can see 19 years old, probably didn't get, much out there done, but, right, served her country, served it proudly, did her duty. And unfortunately, sometimes it happens, right? We pay the ultimate price.
Yeah. Well, almost let's say this, and I'm going to let Phil talk again. Go ask a couple more questions. We all serve somebody up high. I don't care whether you want to call them, but there's always somebody up high. That's who we serve. Mm-hmm. But we all have a time to be born, and we got a time to die. Nobody knows when is your time, but it just matters how you went out. What they're going to say about you when you're gone. That's why I said right here, right now, Veterans Active Duty Bar, we're going to give you them flowers. We're going to give you them flowers.
And hopefully while you're alive. So come see us.
Hey, hopefully while you're alive, we'll give them to you. But in the meantime, hey, it is what it is. So Phil, what were some of the bases you got stationed at? Don't give us none of their freaky tale. Let's tell us the good stuff.
Don't tell us, Thailand, okay? No Thai stories.
Well, listen, I was unfortunately, not unfortunate. I was very fortunate to be in for the time that I was in. I only did one enlistment, which was 4 years. And for that 4-year period, I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
And being from DC, it was one of the first places that I requested because it's not far from my home, and I could drive home maybe on the weekends. It's only maybe a 3 or 4 hour drive.
Okay.
Now, the unfortunate part was I was stationed on an aircraft carrier, so very seldom was I actually in port to drive home.
Okay.
But while I was in I did a couple of Mediterranean cruises.
What's the name of the aircraft carrier you was on? You don't mind saying?
Oh, forgive me. I was on the USS John F. Kennedy, CB-67.
Yeah, the fancy one.
Yeah, the fancy one. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and we were in the Gulf War. It was different. It was different. We worked a lot of hours. I worked on the flight deck. Let's see.
So what were your MSs? You was so you aircraft mechanic?
No, I was an ABH, forgive me, which is aviation bosun's mate. And I work on the flight deck. Those are the same people that direct planes. That when you see the commercials and they're kneeling down and they
Okay.
and, yeah, that's the job I was in before I got hurt, which I think every military person eventually does. I was on the flight deck, and then I got moved to damage control, which is below decks, but I'm still in the air department, and we saw quite a few places. I went to Venice.
Okay.
I was in Egypt. We were in Naples, Italy. We went to quite a few places, despite being in the war at the time. It was eye-opening. I was young. I think that the camaraderie that you get when you're in is very important. Going to different places, as I heard you say earlier, teaches you to deal and interact with other people, not just people of different color, but of different
nationalities.
Yes,
and everything.
It gives you a lot. In the short period of time that I was in, I received so much discipline that I can never be more thankful. I don't even know how to put it, for the discipline that I received when I was in. I really it was difficult during the time that I was in, but it was such a short period. When it was over and looking back on it, there are more good things that came from it than bad things. I got to see so many things, and I got to meet so many good people, so many good brothers, people that to this day that I keep in contact with. And just like Timmy said, when I met him, it was just it was special because we just clicked automatically because we had that same mentality. So I don't want to suck up all the time, but that was.
Oh no, brother, you got all the time in the world. You know what I'm saying? You don't serve the country. We right now, we here for you.
Yeah.
This is your segment. This is your segment. This is your show. Just don't talk about none of that wild stuff.
No,
you get killed when you get back home with your wife. But
no. Yeah, now that's one of the best things happened to me. I am married, and the wild stuff that was there.
Right.
Now she disciplines you, right?
Yeah. She and God. Now, and speaking of which, I think one of the biggest things as I have a small group that I attend with my church, and in that small group, I was recommended to go to something called Restored Warriors, and it's depending on whatever it is you believe in, it's an absolutely free 1 week. It's not even, I don't want to say vacation, but it's a chance for those of us that are going through our PTSD, our own
internal conflicts, right?
Internal conflicts, our own mental issues. We can get away from it, and it helps us it helps us get in a better mental place and get closer to God, and that was my experience. And once again, I'm not I'm not good at this, so
don't worry about it, brother. I'm good at it. I got 30 years in this game to be good at it. So that's the thing, you know what I'm saying?
The gap, right?
You know, hey, when you work next to the coroner, I was career advisor. My office is right next door to the colonel's office. So I'm trying to tell you, when the colonel stopped, I'll bump into him. That's how close we were. But this is the thing. But I had good mentoring. I'm gonna shout out Chief Searles from Seymour Johnson. He mentored me, and he mentored a lot of people on how to be bigger than what you thought you could be. You know, in the past couple of episodes, Veteran Active Duty Bar, I mentioned a couple of individuals, like one of my other brothers, Jimmy Tart. Jimmy's going to be one of my hosts real soon and let you tell his story. And the thing about it is, like I'm saying, when you become something bigger and a part of something bigger than yourself, it stays with you. It never leaves. Like I'm saying, the hardest part about now is us, because we up there in age. Social media is new to me. You know what I'm saying? It's new to me. Look, I never think I would be where I am right now doing this for all of you. But I'm gonna tell you, my guy right here, he kind of pushed me forward. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Hey brother, you need to do this." And I was like, I don't want to do that, because people don't want to hear that. People all about this extra stuff that the young kids do. But he said, it ain't about that. Well, you tell me one. Run it down to me.
You know, it's all about having an opportunity, to give back, right? Because we receive so much every day. 2, to honor your comrades, your brotherhood, right? Again, not many platforms allow that to happen. Let's do that here. And lastly, for me, that's very important, is unite people, right? Regardless of where you're at, where you're from, what color, what language you speak, right? We're too busy trying to pick sides and be tribalistic.
And divide,
right? Here, we want to be united under the one flag, under the one thing
one
we all have
force,
in common.
one fight.
Mm-hmm. And it's important for us and for this channel to do just that, right?
Exactly.
Unite people, bring people in. Of course, give you your flowers. Let's do that.
Exactly. And this gentleman right here inspired me to be right here before you today. And that, when he talked to me, and at first I blew it off, but he talked to me again about it, and I blew it off again. But I said, hey, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It's just like breathing air to me. It's natural. I could talk about the military all day. 30 years says something. 30 years says something that evidently I was doing something that I liked. But it became a part of me that, and this is right here, was going to reach out to a lot of veterans, a lot of brothers in arms, military members, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Space Force, Coast Guard, National Guard, Air National Guard. The one thing that right there that holds us together like glue is I don't want to let my brother down.
Yeah. And
I don't ever want to let my brother down.
Same thing here, right? I don't want to let my brothers down.
Yeah, I don't want to let my brothers down. That's why I got my guy Phil here today from the Navy, because the Navy is taking a lot of heat right now from the job that they're doing. So I said, let me get some Navy cats in here to give you their version, their stories, and everything. But I'm going to do a backspin on everything that he just said. And I'm listening. And I hope you guys will listen as well. He walked away from a situation that he didn't see a bright future at that moment. Joined something, made it a part of him, and made him better than what he was, where he came from. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then he had a group of friends, brothers, they came brothers, and he loved it. And guess what? Now to today, even though he shares some of the scars, which we all have, but I met this gentleman on a cruise ship out on a lot of water. We recognize each other from day one.
They like eyes.
Yes.
Like
Wait a minute.
And this is why they do testosterone shots now, ordered by the Pentagon.
I wanted that. I wanted
No, wait a minute. Oh, we got a pause on that.
Oh man.
I wanted no disrespect to nobody, but it was that type of party.
Right.
Oh my God. But I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, that's what we are when we come together. We recognize each other, we respect each other for our service, honor, integrity, and that service before self, and excellent in everything we do. I'm trying to tell you, you can't beat that. Now, going back to something that I done said a couple episodes, I'm gonna say it again to somebody hear it, and somebody gonna agree with me. Where we are now, when I came in 1986, first thing my TI said, I'm your mama and I'm your daddy. And guess what? He was my mom and my daddy when I was down there in basic training. I ain't know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like on the last episode, a friend of mine was talking about giving up that 341. I was like, hey, I should give it up like it was candy. But the thing about it is, I will say this. If you have some members of your family, younger members, I'm talking about young kids, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, in the struggle. And what I mean by in the struggle, social media has them, the streets have them, and everything. Try to encourage them to structure. The military is structure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, it will give you something besides a piece of concrete in an area that don't nobody own but the government. Now, even though we be trying to fight for it or claim it, trust and believe me, at the end of the day, you own nothing.
Yes.
Let me ask you.
And that part. Go ahead.
Let me ask you, Phil.
Yeah.
So he talked about 341s and structure, right? So
Yeah.
For the Air Force, 341s is how they held people accountable, right?
Right.
How did they do it in the Navy for you? What did you go through? Tell me about your experience being held
And
accountable.
basic training.
Oh,
Not the wife one. I'm talking about.
no. It's funny because in basic training we had they were like chits. That's what they were called, chits. And we didn't have. I didn't know. I heard you last time. I listened to your last podcast, and I didn't know exactly what a 341 was, but I understood what it represented. So for us, and it's been so long ago, especially for boot camp.
So the chin on you? Oh man.
Yeah. So it was a little different, and I heard you say recycle in the last episode, and for us it was called cycling. And what they would do is like any trouble you would get in, and you never get in trouble alone. Whatever you get in, everybody else is in trouble with you. So if you do something and you got to do 20 push-ups, everybody got to do 20 push-ups with you.
That's why you got chitted on.
I got chitted on. I unfortunately, listen, there was one guy in my troop that was called, his last name was Lorth, and Lorth was King Chit. Yeah.
All right. Well, salute to Laura.
Yeah. Hey, way to go, Lorth. He had everybody in shape.
You.
Yeah. But
You're that guy. All right.
boot camp was it was definitely different. It was a different experience. When I got off, it was funny. I heard the last guy say about getting off the bus. When I got off the bus, they let us sleep for about an hour, and then about 2 a.m. because after you finish stenciling and doing everything you have to do, it's about 11 o'clock. So about 2 a.m. they come in, throwing the trash can, banging on the trash can, yelling, and my first thought was, hey, look, just tell them I'll be there in a little while. I need a little more sleep. I wasn't one of those that just automatically realized and got in tune with things. So my first thought was, hey, look, y'all go ahead. I'll be there later because I'm tired. That didn't go down well. So yeah, it took me a second to get in tune with things, but once I got in tune, it was cool.
He means once he got that discipline, guys.
Yeah. I got
2 chops to the throat, you know.
Yeah. I had to sit out in front one time, and Lord knows I don't remember what it was I did, but they made me go in front of like the main building, and I had to sit out there in that noon heat and hold a pencil with 2 fingers for like an hour. Now that may sound simple, but you let that pencil drop, and after 5 minutes, that pencil's heavy. So you had to hold that pencil, and then they make you do push-ups and sit-ups and all sorts of stuff in that 100-degree Florida heat at 12 noon. It was brutal.
Oh man, that sounds like you know what? I plucked that pencil across the throat. Said, "Yeah, I'm gonna pack my shit up and I'm going to the house." That's what I was be thinking.
That's what you
know, that's what I be thinking. But as many times I be holding that damn pencil, saying, "Lord, please don't let this pencil get over heavy."
Same thing he does with his wife.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We all do.
Now I got to ask you one other question. Now we had a guest up here, Rod. Shout out to my guy.
Oh,
He was in the Navy and he said he couldn't swim. So how did you pass the swimming test? Could you swim?
Now I can swim. I mean, the thing is, you don't have to be a perfect swimmer to be in the Navy. You just have to know how to do basic survival things.
Call for help.
wave your hand.
Listen, that's the first. You got to be able to pull a CO2 on your vest,
Flotation device.
and, on your flotation device, and know how to hit that little light so they can see you. You don't really need to know how to swim, but you do need to know how to. You have to take off your pants. That's why they make you wear those bell bottoms. You have to take off your pants, tie them in a knot, and you have to be able to put the pants.
I got to raise my hand for that. So in the middle of drowning, I'm gonna take my pants off.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna tie them up.
Yeah.
While I got Jaws sitting back saying, "Yeah, bitch, ain't gonna be long."
Yeah.
Soon as you bob one more time, you take a bite out of that ass.
Now, once again, you don't have to be able to swim, but you better tread water long enough to put air in those pants.
Man, look at him.
Yeah, and the pants go up under your arms, and they're used as flotation devices.
Look at him. Look at him. I'm gonna just say this right here. The Navy ran afoul. Because I'm trying to tell you, when you hit that damn water, the last thing you're going to be thinking about is pulling them damn pants off and tie them bitches up to float, okay?
See, this is why the Navy's in the news, man.
That's, look.
Whoa. hey, bro. Let's not do this, man. Let's not do this. The Navy was like that.
Well, I'm going to just say this. You know, shout out to my guy, Rod. He said he couldn't swim, and I understand now why he didn't have to worry about swimming. He was pulling off his pants, tying them up into bow ties so he can use them as a flotation device. I understand.
Rob was probably just gangster. He was waiting on the next guy to do it, hit them, take his pants. You know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't mad at you, Rob.
Look, all I'm going to say is this, you know, I'm glad you broke it down to me. I always really want to understand why the Navy had them damn bell bottom pants on. And they was tight.
You need them
real tight.
At the top. The bottom was loose.
Look, them damn bell bottom pants be so tight around the waist. You probably would take a damn pee and plug it and hit them bad with a split them. I think the requirement, now don't you Navy guys come for me now. I'm just saying. I think the requirement in the Navy, you get your bell bottles. What size you are at the waist? Oh, sir, about a 42. Yeah, give him a 24.
Size 60. So I can get your size.
Oh man.
And then I had an individual one time I talked about, and I was like, yeah, he said, in the Navy, we took a lot of community showers and all that stuff. I said, wait a minute now.
I remember that.
I went away from that. All them community showers. That's one good thing about the Air Force. We didn't do a lot of that right there. Everybody else, you had your own little, Now in basic training, even in basic training, if you caught two individuals in the same shower, they were just trying to pose for the camera because they were strange. But you ain't see a lot of that in the Air Force. But my guy Rod in the Navy, he's like, yeah, we just take them community showers. I said, ooh, be careful how you say that, because that won't know we. We don't speak French. We don't do that in the Air Force.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't remember that.
Just saying now. Just saying. But, I will say this, to all branches of the service, and go back to what I said earlier. We definitely need to set a different standard for our kids. We, veterans, need to set a higher standards for our kids, lead them the way and show them. But at some point, we got to instill in them that there is a other way than the way they're going now. Everybody shoot out for likes and views and all that on social media because that's all they see. They don't see anything positive. But one thing about me, I'm going to say this. When I came in the military, it meant something. You was proud to be a service member. You wore that uniform proud. You walked down the street, you was proud. You won't shoot tic-tac videos in your clothes and all this other shit. Disrespectful. We don't do that. But the thing about it is, it gave you a sense of purpose, gave you direction, made you bigger than something other than yourself. So a lot of times you have to see the big picture. And the thing about it is, and you'll get to be like us, a veteran saying, hey, let's uplift other veterans and give it back. Tell them one.
Yeah, listen, civilian here, and I get the struggle. I get the whole story, the background behind them. When you speak to a lot of veterans, you see what their lives were prior to where, it was during, and then you hear what happens after that transition. And these guys deserve their flowers, trust me, for everything that happened.
Exactly.
So, shout out to these guys who go out there every day, who still go out there and become officers and go through the whole process. I don't know, God knows I know I couldn't have done it. But, there's always ways to contribute. This is how a civilian contributes, right? Goes out there, give them their flowers, right? Help out the community, and give guidance whenever possible.
Exactly. That means said, the thing about it is like I'm saying, give back. Be proud of be something. Be proud to do something. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And that's what it is. We can put these flowers out here. Now, we're going to ask Phil another question, and we're not going to keep it long. We don't like to keep you guys long because we want you to watch the whole video. We don't want you to skim it. We want you to watch it because we got something to say. Give it to Juan. Give it to him. And see, this is my guy Juan right here. Every now and then, you got to have somebody speaking to your life. But it can't be anybody. It got to be somebody that, one, got your best interest. Number two, supports you. Number three is true friend who were willing to uplift you at any opportunity that can. My day one right
or
here.
Cut your ass down.
Well, you know what? Yeah, he do. Look, but I'm going to tell you, I got some of my other friends, and when we get together, brother, it be a ball. I'm trying to tell you. When I say living your best life, we be living that best life. We got some great content on another channel, TNT Connect. And like I'm saying, go over there to that channel, check out some of that content out. Me and my guy Juan, we will definitely have you entertained. And also on that, Event Yours of Spirit, every Tuesday, we do a live. Me and my wife, we do taste spirits. My wife is a connoisseur behind this bar that we got down here in this basement. We got a huge, nice area to entertain. And we too take our time out and come up with some good concoctions to share out with you for you to be able to live your best life. So what I would like for you to do, you give some time while you're watching the video at Event Yours Experience. I'm going to say it again, at Event Yours Experience on YouTube. Go over there, check out some of the content, but I need you to do me another favor. I need you to subscribe, like, and share the content out, because that's what's going to make the channel grow. That's going to help us reach out to a lot of people, because what we are is promoting what I am and my guy Juan and my guy Phil here. Live your best life. Live your best life and don't be trash, because that's what the world is. This is 2026. We got a lot of people out here now not living their best life. One, either they scared or they can't. But whatever you do, whatever it looks like to you, live your best life. What you got?
No, 100%, man. And just being able to reach out to your own veterans that you guys know and give them an access to, I want to tell my story. Reach out here. We'll get you on here.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Now, for Phil, what was the biggest differences you see now between your Navy and today's Navy? Right? Can they cut the mustard?
That part.
Well, like I said, I was in quite some time ago, and believe it or not, there were no women on the boat or the ship when I was in the Navy.
Woo.
See, that explains the
That's
community showers.
That's an ugly community shower. Ain't no women on the boat. Woo! Hairy backs and everything, huh?
Yeah. It was all men back then.
Old men or all men?
All men.
Okay, sure.
So I think the difference between then and now is I really believe that we had more support. I think from our
higher ups.
Yeah, from the higher ups, from our government, from our community. There was just more support for the military, not just the Navy.
Back then.
I think that the Navy had, not Navy, but the military itself has gotten, no disrespect to those that are in today, where it's overall, it's just softer than it used to be. And I think if we're going to be a military force, no matter what branch it is, it needs to be hard. It needs to be, I mean, it's combat, no matter how you look at it. I think the difference between then and now is that not just the people, but I think the mentality was harder back then. And I think as a I don't know, as a force, I think things were mentally different.
Yeah, I get it, because I mean, when you think about it, we talked about it before, when we have all these new challenges of how we recruit has,
right.
They had to open different avenues and different doors because the recruiting numbers just dropped drastically.
Right.
And I think, not for nothing, I'm not a big social media guy, at least the way it's being used. And I think it plays a role, right? Like you said it back then, and both of you came from that same similar generation where you were proud to go into the military service, Was it scary? Of course. Or was it going to be a new challenge for you that you've never seen before? Yes. But no one ridiculed you guys for it, right?
Right.
As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you guys went through even a little celebration before you left off. Now it's not that way.
No.
Your social media has something to say, right? It always downplaying the work that you guys have done and do and still do to protect this country, and it's makes it just harder now for a young person who's watching social media to say, yeah, I want to be an officer.
Yeah. And I don't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to clarify that I by no means mean that the people of today are softer or that the fact that women are in makes it softer. I'm referring to the mentality.
He means that
overall.
he's gotten softer.
Well, I'm
Back then.
I'm
So
hoping
now-
so. I'm just referring to the mentality.
No,
and
of
the
course.
mentality from the top down.
But everything plays a role, like you said.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and I think that one of the challenges is, are we recruiting the right people? But if we start widening the gaps to recruit more people because we need them, then are we just letting anybody in? And that plays a role too.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
I think they're recruiting up to 40 years old.
Right. Now, my thing is, so this is what I would say. The military need to get back to the standards. The standards. You should not be able to come in and disrespect the uniform by doing any and everything in it without any repercussions. That right there, and make the military back to where it used to be. Because like Juan said, when I joined the military, it's either go to college or go to military.
Yep.
Go to college, go to the military. That was the two paths that you had out of high school, and you was proud to do either or. To be able to say, man, I'm going to college. I'm going to the military.
Mhm.
Those were the two things.
Or sometimes you did both, right? You go to
Yes,
military
sometimes
and
you
then
both.
go to college afterwards.
Yes. But see, nowadays, and then again, I'm just going to say this, and not to disrespect some of the younger generations, but I'm going to just say this. Y'all didn't have half of what we had, and y'all didn't toe the line. Somebody paid the price for you to be able to do that dumb shit that you do. It's simple as that. Somebody paid the price for that. You see what I'm saying? So when you see veterans, y'all need to be thankful. Y'all need to be like, hey, I learn something every day. I'm going to tell you something that I look back at history, and history only gives you what you don't go looking for, because it volunteers to give you certain things. Like the red tails. We look at the red tails, and that's a part of American history, the Black heritage and all that, but that was given to you. But it was deeper than that. So I challenge everybody out there, if you want to know more about the contributions that the military was given by people of color, different nationalities, look that up. But at the end of the day, it was still a melting pot. We was all soldiers. Cuba Gooding Jr. got a movie out about a Navy diver. Never knew that, never seen that before. But that story, when I saw it, I watched that movie a couple times because it inspired me. Not because of him being a Black Navy diver, but because of the fact that he wanted to be something bigger than himself. He didn't want to represent just the Black culture or Black African Americans. He wanted to be the best. And the Navy gave him an opportunity to be the best. And his story was told. He was the best, one of them anyway. So that being said, you know, I'm not going to keep you guys. Our time is about up, but I want to say this right here. I thank each and every one for your service. Thank you for coming out, sacrificing your Friday nights to come to the Veterans Active Duty Bar. Look, get you some of this peanut butter whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
My lips is about chattering, but I'm going to take another sip.
Yes, sir. In the meantime, salute to Bishop. Salute to Phil. Appreciate your service. Thank you for keeping the country safe.
That's it.
And, you know, I just can't wait to have more peanut butter after we close, because I'm going to tear this bottle up.
Oh, that's it. So that being said, thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank my host, my co-host out here, Phil, for being a special guest coming out. Juan, I'm gonna give you the closing, then I'll tap it off.
Yeah, let's continue to unite the country. You know, I'm a big believer in that. Stop dividing, start uniting.
That, you know what? That's the new saying that we're gonna have on Veteran Active Duty Bar. We're gonna stop dividing, start uniting, especially our veterans. And then at the end, if you want us to give the flowers to somebody you know that's passed on, or somebody that you know that's still here, who you feel didn't get the recognition that they did for their time of service, leave a message in the chat. And next Veteran Active Duty Bar, we'll give them their flowers. We'll make them famous. and shout out their name.
Or just invite them up here. Let us
Or-
hear their story.
Hey, any veterans that want to be a guest on Veterans Active Duty Bar, reach out, leave a message in the chat, and we're here for you. That being said, I'm going to let Juan give it the close, and I'm going to shout it out.
Yeah. Live your best life.
And don't be trash. Phil, what you got for 'em?
I'm living my best life.
Yes, sir. Especially with all those community showers you would take. Nah.
You the worst.
Good night, everybody.
This one's for my crew, my inner vibe. Exclusive moments where the spirits collide. You're the ones who ride through thick and thin. Spirit members, let the show begin. Spirit members, this time's for you. VIP love for the chosen few. Let's sip, let's vibe, it's your special space. Spirit members, welcome to the place. Ooh.